Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? I am super excited for this video because it is the very first day of Indie-Miss. I know we're already a few days into December, but I just really wanted to bring this series back. It's been 2 years and just have back-to-back content all about everything indie until Christmas. So I figured we could start off with an oldie but a goodie, probably my most popular type of video that I don't do very much anymore, and that is to talk about all of the recent indie makeup releases. There has been so many releases that have been tempting me, and then there's also just some that have been a little bit odd, just a little bit. So we're gonna chat about all of that today. Let's just jump right on in. So starting off, we need to talk about the new Singe Beauty release. First of all, they're coming out with a face brush set, 7 different face brushes, and they look so cute. I would 100% be buying these if I was not receiving them in PR. They did let me know that they're on their way to me, but I am all about it. I use my Singe brushes pretty much every day, although you know guys, I messed up today. I did, because I used this brush through my crease and I went in with a super neutral shade and it had green eyeshadow all over it, probably from the new Melt Bailey Syrian collection. So that's what's happening in my crease. That's the little pop of green, but I use my Singe Beauty brushes pretty much every day. So I'm super excited to see that they are expanding and coming out with a face collection. They are also coming out with a powder puff and a sponge as well. I don't use powder puffs that often, but I did have one and I lost it and I really liked it. So I'm excited to try this one out. I love a good sponge, although I'm gonna be frank, it is very hard to impress me with sponges because the Shop Miss A sponge is literally $1, the Pawpaw sponge, and it's so good. So that's my personal go-to. And then they're also launching 2 new eye brushes as well, just kind of adding to the eye brush collection that they already have. It looks like there's a mid-size crease blendy brush, and then also a pretty small little flat detail brush. So I am very excited for that launch. Next we have a palette that it was kind of like a journey, a little roller coaster for me, because originally they posted this sneak peek. This is Ensley Cosmetics, and I personally have not tried anything from them, but I've seen a lot of my friends reviewing them. I've seen a lot of people saying really good things, so they do have my attention. And when I saw this sneak peek, I was like, well, first of all, I didn't think it was a sneak peek. I thought that this was the palette, and I was all about it. I'm like, I love the grays, the black, the silvers. I don't care if it's a little repetitive. I thought that it was absolutely, truly stunning. But much to my dismay, that is actually not what the palette looks like. That's just a little sneak peek where they just made the shadows black and white, and then everything else was, you know, the way that it already looked. So it looks like a different color story. That's not it. Like I said, a little bit sad. But then the actual palette is really beautiful. It's got this really romantic, ethereal vibe to it. And again, I was like, that's really pretty. I was considering purchasing it, but I kind of went back and forth. And as of right now, I haven't purchased it yet because it is stunning. It really is. But it's also almost $90. So I was kind of like, I wasn't sure. I'm like, I haven't tried this brand. I don't know. Is it going to be worth the money? It seems to be that they have a little bit longer of a processing time for shipment. So I was kind of undecided. So I'd love to know if you guys have tried Ensley Rain. Is it worth it? Do you want to see me review this? But yeah, if it was the gray palette, I would have bought it 1000%, but it wasn't. Next, we have a new palette from Bella Beaute Bar. And this is called the Angles of Illumination, and it looks like it is a full shimmer palette. And honestly, I feel like from a lot of brands, I wouldn't be that interested. The color story is pretty, looking at the packaging, I'm like, it's pretty. But the fact that it's Bella Beaute Bar, I'm like, I bet those are so beautiful in person because their shimmers are just extremely intense, just so shifty, so shiny, anything you could possibly want out of shimmer. That's what they are, at least to me, in my humble opinion. So I'm definitely very interested in picking this up. I have not seen swatches of it yet. Do I have that screenshotted here? No, I don't. I haven't seen swatches, but I have a feeling I will not be able to resist this one. And then let's see, we also have a new palette here from Menagerie Cosmetics. This is the Arthurine eyeshadow palette. The color story is cute. It is very just like in your face fall color story to me. The greens, the like little mustardy yellow happening here. I think it's really pretty, but I think I am going to be passing on that one. Then next we have a new palette from Shroud Cosmetics, which I feel kind of silly because I actually missed this launch altogether until just now. I was creeping on it. I was looking through some different makeup pages. I got this one specifically from Makeup on Your Radar, and I was like, wait, that's actually a really beautiful palette. It already launched. Like, I didn't even realize. This is the Dark Academia palette, and it is really beautiful. It's got like this just really pretty blue packaging, and then it's like more of a neutral color story, especially as far as Shroud is concerned. I do really like the way that this looks, but I'm not sure that I'm going to be purchasing it right now just because there's been so many launches in the last month and there's so many beautiful things that I'm having to be a little bit more picky. So next we have a palette from What's Up Beauty I thought I would mention. This is the Dragon Eye palette, and it's actually a collaboration with Elena Monson, which I'm not familiar with her, but the palette is really cute. It's a little slight catfish here though, because if you look at how it looks in the original promo picture, it looks like very purple, very green, like just like it looks really, really fun. And then the actual like normal lighting photos, it looks a lot softer, it looks a lot more neutral, so it's definitely a different vibe than what I thought it was going to be originally. So I actually do have this palette here with me already. I just haven't unboxed it yet, so I'd be curious to hear what you guys think about this. Do you want to see me review it? Do you want to see a video on it? Definitely let me know. So next we have a launch here from Plouise and Mikayla, and this is such a big eyeshadow palette. It is 50 shades. I genuinely cannot imagine like having a collaboration and like working so hard and finalizing 50 shades to be like exactly what you want to be. It seems super overwhelming, and I actually do like the neutral tones in this palette, but overall I'm just not that much of a blue shadow girl. So for me this is a pass. It's also just really, really big, and a lot of the shades look pretty similar, and I know personally I struggle with palettes that are that big where like I will go in with a shade and then I'll forget what shade I use because it's just like too much of the same thing. But I do also at the same time think that aesthetically it does look cute. It looks pretty. Like I'm not like offended by it by any means, but it's just a little bit too big for me personally. But the reason I thought it was a little funny is because literally 3 days after that palette launched, Plouise posted that they're coming out with this palette. It literally looks like the same tones of blue. Like I don't know. There was conspiracy theories that this is like the shades that didn't make it in Mikayla's palette, which who knows, but I just thought it was like way too similar, and to be announced 3 days later, it was just a little bit odd. So that is a pass for me. And then we also have a new palette from Alamar Cosmetics. So this is the Destino eyeshadow palette, and it's super cute. Kind of just, you know, a little bit neutral, a little bit fun, very on brand for Alamar. One thing I will say about Alamar is that they have continued to keep their prices like very fair, and I feel like for what you're paying and for what the quality is that you're getting, it is 100% worth it. Again, I'm tempted to pick this up just because I love Alamar. I love Gabby. She just had the cutest little baby girl. And I have been wanting to pick up some of their blushes as well. When they originally launched, I wanted to grab them, and I was kind of like, let me just wait, hold off, but they're still living rent-free in my mind. Ooh, and then this palette, I feel like this is the one that has got me, that I might just have to go online like as soon as I finish filming this and go purchase. This is the new Unearthly Cosmetics Dreamer Palette. What a cute color story, like the purple, the silver, the neutrals, like it just looks so beautiful. The swatches look really pretty, but they are kind of like with like blue light showing on them, so it's a little bit hard to see what they truly look like, but I am definitely 100% interested in this palette. The collection also includes a little face palette, but it looks like the highlighters that are in there would be just like a little bit too dark for my skin tone. And then it looked like there was also some lippies as well. But overall, I'm mostly just interested in the eyeshadow palette that has my heart. It's so pretty. Like, I wasn't expecting that. It's a little bit neutral, like a little bit tame for Unearthly, but I am here for it. All right, y'all, so those were all the indie makeup releases I wanted to talk about. I'd be curious to hear what you've been picking up, or if you've been holding off, what you'd like to see me review. Feel free to have a conversation with me down below, and I will see you tomorrow for another day of Indie Miss. Bye!